first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Watts. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert on first down now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watts. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. And the slot man goes in motion left. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Hopefully we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd and 9, Brady tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down now, it's Watts. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The slot man in motion right. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Vita Vea drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Colts, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And Woods has it complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
17-0 our score after one. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Brady. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he
touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. It has been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now Brady. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now it's Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Watts. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Herbert. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Again, Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the first and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Herbert. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Brady now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports from the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
They'll run on first down. Watts. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
And they'll run again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second and 11 now. Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Brady. And now here's another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, it's Watts. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, it's Watts. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Titans first down.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Brady going to go on 4th down. Rolling to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Brady got to have this one. Well, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Watts.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 43 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Now a give right side. It's Watts, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, that one well designed as they take this down to the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. It's Watts
to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Watts slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Herbert. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. But no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. On on play action. It's Brady. That's caught inside the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
And the Titans first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Brady. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Gano now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.